Good morning. Whoa. Good morning, everyone. How are you guys? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you good? Are you doing well? My lighting is all off today. Oh my goodness. All right. How is everyone? Is everyone having a good day, afternoon, evening? Well, I have a big birthday I need to shout out to one of my loyal subscribers, Lauren. It's her husband's 50th birthday today. I am so happy to hear that she shared that news with me. So happy birthday, happy 50th birthday to you, Paul. We appreciate and love Lauren's contribution on this channel, and she is such an awesome, valued member of our world. All right, you guys, we're going to talk about the season finale of Welcome to Plathville. And I have thoughts. I have some serious thoughts here, and I don't know if you watched it yet, but I am feeling things. I'm feeling a type of way, as they say. Last night on the season finale, I'm going to be honest, this was a 6-episode series, which seems odd to me. I don't know many series that are only 6 episodes, which either leads me to believe that TLC started filming and they didn't know what they were getting into and they didn't like it and they just only ordered 6 episodes, or the ratings weren't that great, or this is just, if it's going to happen again, if it's not, if it was a test, I don't know. 6 episodes seems super, super short. So, but it's over. So on this episode, a few things happened. Micah had his first modeling gig where he showed up late and he got very close to a female model, which he then admitted his parents were against kissing, touching, anything of the sort before marriage, which again is obviously not uncommon in the quiverful world, which is funny though because neither one of his parents abided by that, right? None of these parents ever abide by these rules. Like Jim Bob and Michelle, they didn't abide by it, but you know, they're going to make their kids do it. Same thing with these parents. Anyways, but he says that he's not going to follow his parents' rules because that's just crazy. And he's going to kiss and do whatever he wants and date and do anything. So then we go to Moriah. She actually is going to go visit her first college. So she jumps down and goes to Stetson College in Tallahassee and visits the campus and learns more about what's offered there. And, you know, before they even get there, they're driving down and Kim is already planting seeds about how college debt is horrible and how everybody has college debt and how, you know, when her and her husband got married, they had so much college debt. It was so hard. And Kim admits that she was doing a 6-year program for music therapy and she ended up quitting in the very last semester of her internship and never completed her college degree. So could this be why Kim is trying to get people not to finish college because she didn't finish, so she doesn't want her kids to finish? She tries to get everyone, she's trying to get everyone to like not go to college for whatever reason. So then they get to the college and Moriah is already feeling deflated because her mom has already told her that it's really going to be like this, and this. And they sit down and they're in the presentation where they explain to them, you know, like, here are what the admissions requirements are, here's what we look for, where she learns that you're supposed to have extracurricular activities when you apply to college. Yeah, Kim, that's right. You know, groups, volunteering, sports, none of the things that her kids were able to do because Kim didn't allow them to go to public school, didn't allow them to be active in their communities, and Moriah gets angry when she learns that she had nothing on her resume that would get her into college. Then she learns that they also have scholarships which help kids pay for going to school, and she gets angry even more because her mother never told her that scholarships were even an option. So she's feeling deflated. She's looking at all the different things. She's talking about the different things that they can do on the campus. They tour the rooms, the dorms, the student centers, all of that. And they get to the end and she's sitting down with like the sort of counselor that's going to talk her through like, what is it that you want to do? Where is it that you want to go? What's your plans for the future? And she sort of talks about how she really didn't have an opportunity to do anything because she had no groups or involvement and she wants to be more involved and she's adventurous. And so the counselor says, well, you know, we have a lot of different options here. You could join the Greek system, which is sororities or fraternities. And then Kim's like, wait. Like, no. I was in a sorority and I know what happens in sororities. We didn't do philanthropy. It was like basically all we did was drink, party, and be crazy. And then she shares about how when she was in college, she was always drunk. She was driving drunk constantly, using drugs constantly, driving on drugs, and said that she would wake up parked on lawns, and that she doesn't want her kids to do what she did, and that she basically is trying to protect Moriah because she sees Moriah in herself. Here's the thing. Kim's mother is an alcoholic, she admits. Kim appears to have had her own bouts with alcohol addiction or dependency. And alcoholism, we know, has a pattern of running in families. There seems to be, according to scientific studies, a genetic component to addiction. With that being said, you can't fight genetics. You can only do your best with what you have. So what Kim is trying to do is trying to put roadblocks in front of every single place, in my opinion, where Moriah can't actually make any mistakes, and it's making Moriah feel stifled. Moriah says that it's impossible for her to feel independent because her mom is constantly comparing herself to her when she was younger, and she said it's hard for her to have her own identity, or her mom is always like trying to make her feel like she's gonna fail or she's gonna make the same mistakes that she made. Kim, if you had faith in your parenting, wouldn't you allow your child the freedom and the wings to go and make their own mistakes? Nobody's gonna actually learn by being stifled. I got really frustrated during that part when I thought about a young girl wanting to look into the future and having a mother being like, you don't need to go to college, you shouldn't go to college, don't join the sororities. And then the counselor was like, well, that's not even really true. That's not what the Greek life is like here. It's a lot about networking and getting connected with friends and doing projects together, and it's not like it once was. Take it for a grain of salt. We all know the reputation of the Greek world. While they do some great things and they also have some great networking, Greek life is all about partying. That's totally normal though. College, for the most part, especially in those early years, are about partying. I mean, it's the first independence most kids have. If you went to college, you know what I'm saying. So after that, we get to Ethan and Olivia, and they finally are able to get to Isaac. Well, anyway, before we even get there, Moriah basically says she doesn't really know what she needs to do. She wants some time away. She needs to think away from her mother because she doesn't know what direction she wants to go, okay? So then we get back to Tallahassee, and Kim and Olivia are going to Ethan and Olivia are going to be able to spend some time with Isaac. And Kim comes to the house and drops off Isaac and walks into the house. And she will literally not even make eye contact with her. Olivia is not even saying hi. And here's the thing. As much as I adore what Olivia's doing and sort of appreciate the fact that, she doesn't agree with what Kim is doing, there is a certain aspect of respect. And when someone comes into your home, whether you like them or not, you will at least address them when they walk in your house. Say hello. It's not that hard to be cordial. Really, 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 it's not. So here's where we're at. So she won't make any eye contact. Kim eventually leaves. It's super awkward. And Olivia admits she doesn't want to talk to Kim. Then Isaac and Ethan play. They put together a train set. It's sweet because Isaac and him are friends. So here we are. There's that. Isaac got to spend time with his sibling that he loves. Ethan's super happy because he and Isaac are super close and everything went fine. There was no demonic possessions of Isaac while they were in the presence of Ethan and Olivia. So we get to the very end of this show, and it's the surprise party for Moriah hosted by Olivia and Ethan. And again, this is a component where I don't agree with Olivia. And again, as I've said, I do think that the mentorship that Olivia has given to Moriah has been amazing. But this is another place where she completely steps over Kim's toes, and I think it's kind of just, it's not okay. You don't have to like someone to actually, I don't know. Hear me out. So she plans this party. She doesn't tell Kim because she doesn't want Kim to know anything about it. And she doesn't want Moriah to know anything about it because she doesn't want the kids to know anything about it, okay? So they go to this restaurant, which is completely abnormal for them, and they have a bunch of balloons, and she admits, Olivia, that she purchased a gift without telling Kim, without getting Kim's permission, and it's pretty big, you guys. It's a really big thing, like massively. So everyone arrives. Moriah and Micah are still out in the car. The families come in. Everyone sits down. Ethan orders a beer, and his parents about give him the side eye devil glare of you are going to hell in a handbag for drinking that beer. And then he doesn't even really think anything of it. And Moriah comes in. She's like kind of dumbfounded, doesn't really know what's going on. Takes her a while to figure out that it's a surprise party. When she finally figures it out, she's really sweet. They eat, they have lunch, or they eat dinner. The little girls are all excited. Some of the kids get Cokes, and they get food that has real sugar in it. And then at the very end, hear me out here. I would be livid if I were Kim. And I don't really agree with anything Kim does or says. But out of nowhere, Moriah says, I have some news for you guys. I'm going to Minnesota for a wedding with Olivia, which was if you go onto her Instagram, it appears that the wedding was in Duluth, which is in the North Shore of Minnesota. Completely, oh my gosh, such a gorgeous area. They visited the lighthouse out there, which is gorgeous. If you're ever in Minnesota, you have to go to the North Shore on Lake Superior. It is phenomenal. So she says she's going to go to this wedding to shoot with Olivia, and that she's just, surprise, I'm not going to come home. Seriously. A 16-year-old girl who's just turning 17 says to her mother, I'm not going to come back. I'm going to go stay with Grandma and Grandpa. And you're not going to do anything about it. Not only that, they also buy her tickets to a concert without consulting Kim. So it's not a huge deal, right? It's Carrie Underwood. But Kim's freaking out, right? So she's mad about it. All right. But she's going to go with it. And you can tell Kim and Barry are angry. You can tell they want to go off. You can see in Barry's face that he is so agitated. Split Rock Lighthouse. You are correct, Scott. And he's like, and you can tell there's like smoke coming out of his face, right? Listen, I am not against, Moriah having freedom. But I will say Moriah is a minor, okay? And whether Moriah likes it or not, her parents are her parents. And Olivia as well, I think it's good that she gets to go to her parents, but I think it would have been better if they would have talked to Kim and Barry about the option of Moriah, say, going to visit Mom and Grandma and Grandpa before they actually went. I'm not saying that Olivia was in the wrong completely. What I'm saying is Olivia and Moriah probably should have talked to the parents before making such a big decision. Flying from Georgia to Minnesota without any sort of discussion and then dropping the bomb in front of everyone, it really put Barry and Kim in a very awkward position. And they were in a position where they literally couldn't say no. Did this help Moriah? Was she able to stay there forever indefinitely? No. So it turns out at the very end, they're all happy, they're all this and that. But I spoke with Olivia back a while ago, and Moriah's back on the farm. In about October or so, Kim and Barry decided enough's enough. You have to come back home. You're not an adult. You're still a minor child. You don't get to stay with Grandma and Grandpa forever. We have custody of you. And so while she got a couple months of freedom, she didn't get to stay in Minnesota. Did she probably learn a lot? Yes. Was it a bold step for her and Olivia? Yes. Do I completely agree with it? No. Was it maybe the only way that they were going to get what they wanted? Yes. I don't think Kim and Barry ever would have consented, which is why I think they did it this way. But I think in terms of minor children, we always have to, as much as we hate what the parents are doing, we kind of have to just be like, all right, we can't make these huge decisions. I mean, minor decisions like, say, you know, having her come over and trying a Coke, that's completely different than like buying her a one-way ticket from Georgia to Minnesota. So I think Kim has a valid reason to be upset with Olivia. I think Barry has a valid reason to be upset with Olivia. I can see why they might be frustrated with her now moving forward in terms of like why they don't trust her. That was sort of a big breach of, you know, trust right there. I think it's fine to mentor people. I don't think it's fine to completely change everything. That's just me. I think Olivia had the right intentions, and I think Olivia's heart is in the right place. But I think she's also very young and is still immature and maybe isn't totally understanding all of these dynamics. Is Kim doing this all out of love, or is she in control freak? Asks Shauna in chat. That's the burning question. I think it's a sum of both, to be honest. I think both of these parents have a background that has trauma in it. I think when a pendulum swings, it never stops in the middle. I think a pendulum will go from one end to the exact opposite end. And I think in this case, that's exactly what happened. They both had trauma in their lives. They both struggled with alcohol, and they both decided that they were going to remove all of that and move completely over to this end. And in a sense, take away everything that they felt tempted them. So that's it, you guys. That's literally how the season ends. We have no follow-up. We have no idea if they're going to do another season. When I asked Olivia if they were going to do another season, she told me no, but I don't know. She said Kim would probably say yes. So who knows? I mean, on Instagram, they said if we do another season or not, life is taking us in this next direction. So Lizzie says, I think she's not taking the parents' side. She's just respecting that they are the legal guardians. That is correct. I'm not taking the parents' side. I do think the parents are actually being like, they should be respected as the legal guardians. That's pretty much what I'm saying. But I don't necessarily think that Olivia is wrong to want to help her. Hope that makes sense. So this is, at the end of the day, the end. And I don't know if they're going to do another season. What do you guys think? I don't even know if I would watch another season. It started out really interesting, but as it kept going and going and going, it lost interest. The family to me wasn't as interesting as I thought they would be. I think a lot more would need to be done to make this a more successful series. Maybe that's why they only did 6 episodes. Maybe they knew that going into it. I have no idea. We'll have to see what TLC does. Overall, I think it was a good thing for us to see that not all fundamental families follow the same path, and that there is discord in some of these fundamental families at times, and that, you know, sometimes people want to leave situations where they feel like they are being stifled, controlled, and manipulated. So I'd love to know your thoughts. If they did another season, would you watch it? Do you agree that Olivia maybe stepped over some boundaries by purchasing the concert tickets along with the plane ticket? Do you agree that Kim had a right to be mad, but do you also agree that Olivia's heart was probably in the right place? It's conflicting to have these feelings. It's like, I'm kind of neutral here. All right, you guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I'll be back later with more. Teen Mom 2 episode reunion was on last night. Can't decide if I'm going to do one on that. And then I've got Jessa had a surprise home birth. All right, you guys, be back later. Bye.